Hi Sagittarius, welcome in. I'm Marie at Indigo Earth. I'm here to do a general reading for you, our fire sign Sagittarius. So thank you for coming into the channel. It's good to have you here. I also want to welcome in your cross-watchers. Cross-watchers, you are here to find out what's going on with your person. Therefore, some of this message could be for you as well. Please remember that energies do go both ways, so please feel free to interpret the direction of the messages as it relates to your personal situation. So Saggy, some messages coming through for you should reflect some aspect of your current situation, does not have to reflect the whole thing, or it could just confirm an inner knowing. So take what fits, and if it doesn't fit, you don't have to try to make it fit. It just might mean that the reading is meant for somebody else this week. For those of you that this does resonate with, though, I will have an extended. The description, the link for that is in the description box below. And we'll dive deeper into the messages coming through by exploring the zodiac signs that show up in your reading. Those zodiac signs are about personal connections or intimate connections, or both. Can be both. Friends, family, relatives, siblings, children, parents, best friends, best circle of friends. Could be background players as well. Could be, colleagues, work associates, social media associates, anybody that just kind of influences your energetic field or the energetic field of your connection. So keep that with you as we go through the reading. Let's get started for you. This is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising. Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising. Messages for those watching, please. All right, Saggy. So the overall energetic theme for your reading, we have the Lovers. This is about a connection or a partnership, some sort of alliance here. Let's see what's going on. We have the Ace of Wands, a reboot. We have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Devil. Well, I think you're seeing something very clearly here. There may have been a reboot in a connection or a relationship or a reconnection, like a starting over again. I think you're starting to see clearly some patterns, some signs, some toxicity, something to do with something that isn't very healthy, not very healthy. I think you're getting some clear direction, or you could have been asking some very direct questions. So let's see why this is happening. We have Temperance, we have the Hierophant, and we have the Seven of Swords. So I've got Capricorn energy coming in, I got Taurus coming in, and I got Saggy, I got you coming in here. But there's a commitment here. There also could be some lying going on here. Somebody's not being authentic. So there's an imbalance in this relationship. I'm going to get more clarity on this one for sure. So let's see where this is going. What direction is this heading in? Because and the reason it's here is because there's some sort of imbalance that needs to be balanced out here. And it has to do with a commitment. Now, this could be anything from government structures to work-related stuff, because everybody has a connection to work, right? You have an alliance with work. Educational systems, government systems, religious systems, culture. But whatever it is, it's something that you are in alliance with that isn't being truthful with you. So let's find out where this is heading. What's going on here? So we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Pentacles. Something here needs to build trust, stability, from like a lack, not a lack mentality, but from some sort of where somebody's feeling like they're not part of the group, or they're not being heard, or they're not being seen, or they're feeling left out, or they're feeling alone. Somebody's feeling alone. And so this working together needs to happen over a period of time. There needs to be trust built. There needs to be stability, you know. Something needs to be rebuilt here, some kind of trust in this alliance. Because somebody's feeling like, you know, even when you're in a relationship, sometimes you just feel alone in a relationship, but somebody's feeling very alone here, very lonely. And so in order to make this work, it needs to kind of like, there needs to be collaboration and cooperation from both sides, not just from one. So let's find out about let's find out, I want to see what this devil is. What is this devil? Isn't it funny that the lying is right underneath the, and yet here you have abandon? Like, that's part of the deception of lying, because really you're just kind of, whoever this is just kind of putting themselves in a place of feeling alone and rejected. So clarify the devil here for Saggies. This top part to me is like something came out and it's like, oh, this explains everything. Now I get it. So we have the Four of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Four of Swords. Somebody here is not being legit about a commitment that they're in. They could be creating a lot of drama. They could be creating a lot of gossip. There could be gossiping going on. There's vanity involved here. It could be ego involved here. And then they're just not really doing anything. They're just kind of like, could be hiding out, could be taking a break, could just be not doing anything, not saying anything, even though like the evidence is right there. You got the Queen of Wands in here, like someone's stirring up some trouble, especially when it comes with the devil. There's some kind of vanity involved here. And this kind of seems to be this person's staple. Like they get into situations where they like get into commitments, and then they just stir up a lot of stuff and don't take responsibility here for anything. So let's see what the Temperance is here. Could need mediation. I think you're starting to see this very, very clearly. Like, this is a new revelation. We got the Emperor. We have the Two of Cups. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So somebody here, you know, you got the Emperor energy. Somebody here is being very controlling. Something's out of balance here. Somebody's in a relationship, but yet also wants their independence. And whenever you're in a relationship, you know, where you're in a commitment like that, or you're committed to somebody else, I mean, you should be interdependent, but you're also responsible for this other person in some sort of way, shape, or form to at least acknowledge their existence in your partnership, right? About where you're going, what you're doing, what's happening. I mean, it's a collaborative effort. You're supposed to be growing together. And I think somebody's a little bit more controlling. They want their independence and they want to control the relationship. So they want their cake and eat it too. So let's see what the Hierophant is. Because this is a commitment. Well, I mean, somebody wants a commitment and yet doesn't want the commitment and yet wants a commitment. Like, you know, maybe they come in and they apologize, or there's an apology given, or maybe there's a change of heart. And then, you know, it kind of goes back to not wanting it, to taking action in the other direction. So saying one thing and doing something else. See how these two are going in opposite directions? One's bringing in an apology, and the other one's heading towards, nope, don't want to do it. That to me is like, your actions aren't matching up with your words. So let's see what the Seven of Swords is here. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. Oops. I think somebody is kicking up strife because they're scared that their lies are going to be found out here. Yeah, see the Fool. They don't want to be caught, whatever this is. So there's starting distension here so that they don't want somebody to know that they may be deep down inside, they really want to be non-committal. It kind of seems to me like this person wants their cake and eat it too. They want to be in a solid relationship, but they don't want to put the time and the effort and the work into it. But they like how it makes them feel. They like the status of it. They're dependent on the stability of a relationship to be able to go out and to control the relationship so that they can go out and do other things. Whatever that is. I don't know. So let's see what the Three of Pentacles is down here. This is where we're heading. But this is the reason why it's showing up. And I think you're starting to see this very, very clearly. We've got Death, we've got the Magician, and we have the Two of Swords. So someone here is not working in collaborating with this to transform this relationship. Somebody's being manipulative. They may be saying that they're doing it, but they're really not. They're really not. There may be some projection going on here. It looks like there might be some gaslighting going on as well. But you can see this person's closed off to it. So in order to work together, right, collaboration, this person's closed off from it. You know, you're trying to transform this situation, and the person's just manipulating it. So let's see what the Knight of Pentacles is. Yeah, resistance to change. Resistance to change. Land of indecision. Say they want to change, but they're not doing what they need to do to make the changes. You feel like you're doing this all by yourself. That's the control part. So there's an illusion being presented here, right? Somebody who's like, you know, very got it together. Seems like they're very trustworthy. They're very noble. They're doing the right thing, or they say they're going to do the right thing. Where is the talking card in here? How come Ace of Wands hasn't come out? But really, they're resisting this. They're not really making a decision to move forward. And that's part of the control of the situation. Whoever's doing this. You could be doing it, could be the other person. So, you know, maybe somebody walks away, maybe somebody leaves a situation, and then, you know, there's a reconciliation. And then the pattern just starts over again. See? Starting over, reconciliation. But now I think you're starting to see it here, Saggies. I think you're starting to see it. This is kind of a lot like the Aries reading. Yeah, King of Swords. You're starting to see this. I'm surprised the Wheel of Fortune didn't come out. Patterns and cycles. I think you're starting to get the gist of this. Like, you're starting to figure things out. Yep, see, clarity's coming in. You're starting to see how this works, the dynamics of this, how this works. That someone's, you know, using tactics here. They're not being honest. They're saying one thing, but they're doing something else or not doing anything else, right? Because this should be going to a new level, and it's not. This person wants their cake and eat it too. They like the stability of having a relationship because it's something they can control. There's, you know, seems like mind manipulation going on here. Emotional manipulation going on here. And then they want to do it, whatever they want to do when they want to do it. They also want their independence. And there's nothing wrong with having independence as long as you're not lying about it. But they're closed off to making a commitment here, even though they say that they want one. Because they do in reality, but not maybe legally. Or maybe they are legally committed. But whatever they do, they're using that as a platform to control the situation so that they can feel justified in some way in what they're doing. They're stirring up dissent here because they don't want you to find something out. So they're throwing you off guard by maybe, you know, bringing in an apology. You know, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. It's really just a way to control the situation. They say they're going to transform and then aren't really doing it, Two of Swords. Or they're going to, you know, collaborate, cooperate, or they could be telling you you're not being collaborative enough, or you're not caring, you're not helping, you know, build the foundation, or somehow it's being shifted. But I think you're starting to see this through each, you know, through each round that this keeps going around. I think you're starting to get a clear grasp on this. Because you got the King of Swords and you got the Sun here. So let's see who's showing up. Well, there you are, Leo. We got Leo. We've got Scorpio. We've got Aquarius and Gemini. We've got Aries. We got Capricorn. We have Scorpio again. We have Virgo and Gemini again. We have Taurus, Capricorn, Saggy, there's you. Aries again. And I said Aquarius, correct? Yes. That looks like that's it. So I'm going to look at those in the extended. Let's get an oracle. Let's pull an oracle card for you. So this is for our Saggies. reflect. That's a good one for this, to reflect on everything that's been going on, to start asking really good questions, because you're starting to get some clarity here. This is kind of like the lesson continues to repeat itself until you kind of learn the lesson. Can come through with different energies, through different bodies, but it's the same lesson. So it's going to have to be more than lip service, right? So for those of you going on, the link to the extended is in the description box below. That's what I have for you this week, Saggies. I hope this helped. And until next time, grand rising to you all.